Hi, and welcome to this tutorial brought to you by River City Graphics. Sorry for those of you who have been following along with my tutorials. I didn't get to put one out last week. I was pretty busy. But this week I have a tutorial for you that is on creating a menu with rollover images in Dreamweaver. So to start off, just click Make a New Document in HTML. And what I'm going to do is just create a table. And one row and one column, 100%. And I don't want a border. So just put that at 0 and just click OK. So I'm just going to click inside of this. And to add your rollover image, I've already created those in Photoshop. It's just a simple rectangle with some text in it. And what you're going to want to do is come up to this tab right here. Normally it'll say image, but you want to go down to rollover image and just click that. And it's going to prompt you with a box, a dialog box. And what you're going to want to do is just first under image name, just call it whatever the button is. Or you could just leave it as image 1, it doesn't really matter. Then go down to original image and just click the browse button. And as you can see here, I have my images in a folder on my desktop called menu pics, so it's nice to keep those organized. And I have home and I have home over. And since this is the original, I want to click on just the original home one. You can see it's just gray with some white text, and I'm just going to click OK. And then you can go and select your rollover image, which is nice when it's in the same place because it comes up in the same window. And just click Home Over, which is what I named mine, just so that I could distinguish between the two. And this one is just gray with some dark gray text. But normally you're just going to want to make it a more subtle change, but I kind of chose something drastic so it shows up well in the video. So just click OK, and then this box comes up because I haven't saved it yet, but I'll save it here shortly so you can see it in action. So this other checkbox right here is for preloading the rollover image, and basically if you have this checked, then this image is going to preload once the page is opened. So your users won't have to actually wait to load the image when they roll over it, because that would kind of suck. So just leave that checked. And then the alternate text is, if you watched one of my other videos, it's basically when you put your mouse over it, first of all it's going to do the rollover, and second of all it's going to come up with a little box and it's going to say the text that you type right here. So I'm just going to type in home page. And then you can add a URL here, or you can add it later. So I'm just going to click OK. So now you can see my home button right here. I'm just going to center this. Click on it and then click the center button. And now I'm just going to add in the other two buttons I have. So just click on this. And then my other button is About and About Original and About Over. And we're just going to call it About. And this one is called Store. And Store Original. And Store Over. And the alternate text is just going to be Store. Or let's make it Get Stuff Here. There you go. So let's click OK, and now I have my 3 buttons. So I'm just going to save this as let's save it as menu roll over. So that says what it is, and then just do preview in browser, and it's going to come up. And I'm just going to allow that. So now you can see that I have my menu, and when I roll over it, it turns from white to dark gray. And when I hold my mouse over it, the little alternate text comes up. So I got home page, and then About, and then Get Stuff Here. So that's kind of nice, but what I kind of want is for it to be defined. Like, what I mean by that is you can see that it rolls over, but you can't really see where one button ends and one begins. And I kind of just want it to be a little bit more defined. So what we're going to do is add a border. And we're going to use CSS to do that. So just click on one of your images, and then right click and go to CSS styles, and then new. And I'm just going to you first of all, a box comes up, and you get to put in some options that defines your CSS rule. So I'm just going to click class, and I'm going to label this black border, and then I'm going to do this document only, and just click OK. Now this box is going to come up, and it's going to let you choose some stuff for your CSS style. And I'm just going to come down to border, and you have these things that say top right, bottom left. Don't really mess with that. What I want is the color, and as long as this box right here is checked the same for all, you can just change them all with one thing. And I'm just going to select black, which is 6 zeros. So just click that, and then click OK. But you can see it really didn't do anything, because first of all, I haven't attached the class, so it still hasn't done anything. But that's because this border needs to be something other than 0. So I'm just going to type 1. Now you can see it has changed the border to 1, and now there's a black border around it. So you're probably wondering why I didn't just make the border 1 in the first place. In Dreamweaver, it's set as a default at blue, and I didn't really want a blue border. I think the black looks better, so that's why I defined a CSS style for it. So now once you have that style made, it's really easy to apply to the other ones. So you just click on your other buttons, and then do class, and then black border, and then set the border to 1. And as you can see, it has added that. So I'm going to set the border to 1 and do black border. And now it is more defined. I'm going to save it and then preview it in the browser. And just allow that. And now you can see that they're a little more defined. You can tell where each one starts and where each one ends. So it's a little bit nicer. So that's pretty much all I have for you guys on the simple menu. Oh wait, except there's one more thing you can actually do. If you want to link your buttons, what you're going to want to do is, since each one of these is like, it's 2 images made into one, so it makes it really easy to add a link. You just go down to here where it says link, and you can actually link it to another page. Like if I was linking this home page on an actual website, I would either drag this little arrow thing over to one of these files, or I would just click on this border or this little folder thing and open up my file, and it would link it there. So it would be like index.html would be the link for that one, or about.html for that one. And you can find it with this little folder here. But say you wanted to link it to a website. Like I said in one of my previous tutorials, you have to have the http:// and then put in the URL, or else it will not actually work. It'll try and find it on your site and not actually on the web. So I just typed in my YouTube channel there. So now if we save it, first I have to click on something else because it's weird like that. So just click Preview in Browser and Internet Explorer. Window comes up, and just allow that again. And when I click About Page, which is what I set for my YouTube page, it'll come up, and comes up in its own window, so that's nice. My users won't be directed off of the website if this was actually a website. And you can see my YouTube page right here. So that's how you link it to another website. And there you go. So that's how you create a simple menu with rollover images in Dreamweaver. So what I want you guys to do is make sure you subscribe, rate, and comment, because I'll have a video out every week. And I'll see you next week. Thanks.